Hey there, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and we're going to continue our seasonal rank climb using a team that we built from scratch in hopes that we will be able to use it for our Portland regional team that's happening in January. So it's a couple of months away still, but I still want to prepare and get used to the team before a new regulation pops up with the DLC Pokemon being introduced. So that's going to be really, really cool. But I also want to say something before we get started. I know the video is late. I do apologize. Yesterday was hectic. It was Thanksgiving. I barely got any sleep, hung out with the family, and was up until in the wee mornings this morning getting podcast stuff done. And yeah, I didn't have time to record you guys a video earlier. So while I do apologize that this one's going to be late, you guys will have a video nonetheless. So without further ado, let's get into it. We got Roaring Moon, King Gambit, Fluttermane, Spin Arcanine, Gastrodon, and Iron Hands. So what would be the best counter for this team? We do have Fake Out Pressure, and we do have someone that's going to negate everything from Urshifu. Let's bring in... Okay. Tornadus, Golden Go, Chien Pao. Not Chien Pao. Yes, Chien Pao. No, Chien Pao. Yes, Chien Pao. Fluttermane, Chien Pao, and Ogerpon. Reasons for me not selecting Golden Go is because of the fact that although I do get like the ghost typing, it's not really going to do anything realistically, and I don't I don't want to get hit by Earthquake or like Rock Slides. I think Rock Slide's going to be really, really damning to Golden Go, but not 100% sure. But we do open up with King Gambit and Iron Hands. So we are going to go ahead and do that, Terra, that, hopefully get the effectiveness off. Because we do have Fake Out Pressure that we have to worry about, but he's probably going to go select it on Tornadus. If he does, great. If he doesn't, well, you guessed it. But no Sucker Punches. At least not on the first turn, I think. Okay, they also Terra, and it's probably going to be the King Gambit. It is. And it changes to... Oh! Ouch. Ouch. Let's see how this plays out. Fake Out. Does hit the Fluttermane. That's unfortunate. And Sucker Punch. Wait, what? That shouldn't work? That's incredibly weird. That shouldn't work. It flinched. That means it doesn't go. Oh, interesting. All right. All right. I do like that combo though. I didn't know that would work. I guess because it didn't say, oh, flinched. That's interesting. Okay. Bleak Wind Storm. Yeah, Bleak Wind Storm. And let's do Stomping Tantrum on the Iron Hands. With your Iron Hands, probably going to bring out the Roaring Moon. Arcanine. Okay. That's a good call there. Intimidate goes off, lowers down Ogerpon's attack by one stage. Definitely not going to one-shot the Ogerpon, the Arcanine, but it could do a lot of damage. King Gambit's going to protect. Here comes the Bleak Wind Storm. Dodges the King Gambit. Will it hit? Yep, does hit the Arcanine. About a fourth. Maybe a fifth. Here comes Stomping Tantrum. Bop. Does unfortunately get the KO. Okay. Drop back out the Iron Hands. Let's do Rain Dance to get the Sucker Punch off, and Spiky Shield so that we ignore the Fake Out. Fake Out does go into Ogerpon. So we called that. He was hurt slightly. Rain Dance goes off. Yep, there's the Sucker Punch, and it was to the Tornadus. Gotcha. Okay. How long is Tailwind? Tailwind's got one more turn. Liquid Storm. And Stompy Tantrum. Even with the -1, he's still formidable. Withdrew the Iron Hands again to bring in the 4th Pokemon, Gastrodon. Okay. Sucker Punch does go off, and it does hit the Ogerpon. Does not get the KO, though. Liquid Storm hits both. Considerable amount of damage. Drops the speed for the Gastrodon. Stompy Tantrum. Doesn't do as much. The leftovers will let it heal a little bit. And Tailwind's now gone. Put Tailwind back up. Swap to Chien Pao. He's probably going to read that, but at the same time, I don't think he's going to. We'll bring out Chien Pao now. So now Sucker Punch will not go through. That King... Well, no, never mind. I was like, that King Gambit might be banded or choiced, but it does protect sometimes. Ice Beam does hit the Tornadus. Not enough to KO, but it does do a lot. And I'm going to taunt that guy. And I'm going to Sucker Punch. Maybe not Sucker Punch? I mean, I am faster. Sacred Sword. Oh, I knew it. I was debating whether or not I should attack into the Gastrodon or not. Oh, they double protected. Okay, that's even better. That's even better. Absolutely better. Probably was hoping to not get taken out. So now I'm going to switch into the Ogerpon and Sacred Sword into the King Gambit. Because the thought here is that they're going to double into the Tornado slot. Sucker Punch to maybe knock it out, and then leave it up to, you know, maybe Gastrodon to do a little bit of damage to the Chien Pao. But if I swap out, Sucker Punch fails, and Ice Beam maybe not do a lot of damage to Tornadus. That's the hope anyway. Rain is up, Tailwind is also up, so we don't have to worry about those factors too much. Mold Breaker activates. Withdrew the King Gambit, so it is going to come out with the Iron Hands. So the Sacred Sword does go into that slot. That's a lot of damage. Holy cow, that's a lot. Ice Beam does go into the Ogerpon, does barely survive, and the rain stops. So we're going to Spiky Shield the Ogerpon. Tailwind lasts for one more turn. You know what? I'm going to protect on my side. Let's do the double. As here comes the Fake Out. Was to the Ogerpon. Okay. And Gastrodon uses Yawn. Okay. That one is gone. Stomping Tantrum there. And I'm going to Sacred Sword that slot. I'm hoping that he's going to swap. If he swaps, it's going to be a really good read. If he doesn't, then one of my Pokemon go down. Gastrodon protects. Sacred Sword goes into that slot. But here comes the non-minus into the Iron Hands. Does get the KO. Okay. Now he still has Sucker Punch. So I'm going to Spiky Shield here. And I'm going to Sucker Punch there. Does it protect it? It could yawn. Nope. Went for an attack. So I lost some of the HP due to the attack. Sucker Punch does fail because it went to the Ogerpon. Earth Power goes into the Chien-Pao. Not enough damage. But it does get it into range. Swap. And Sacred Sword into King Gambit. This is a long game. Protect on the Gastrodon, which is what I thought was going to happen. Does he go for the double? Does not. Goes for the Sucker Punch on the Chien-Pao. Does not get to fully kill, but it does do a lot of damage. Here comes Sacred Sword. Does knock out the King Gambit. Finally, he goes down. And because Gastrodon protected, he's left open. Chien-Pao goes down because of the Life Orb. But the damage at this point has been done. So now just solidify it. Tailwind to Woodhammer. Bop. Times 4 KO. It takes down Ogerpon, but you know what? I got him. Please tell me that in... Now we wait. I didn't disconnect at the very end, did I? Please tell me I didn't do that. Okay, good. I was like, no way! Disconnected at the very end. It was still a good match. It made me really think outside the box and to switch in a lot more just to be able to pick up that dub. Iron Hands for sure is one that I have to play around specifically, and especially with this team. But it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I really did. Okay, so we got Urshifu, Landorus, it's Therian, Hisuian Gudra, Heatran, Grimmsnarl, and Rillaboom. Okay. We can kind of open up the same way that we did before, right? With the Cordea's Ogerpon, maybe. I would put Heatran into it. We could also do... Actually, let's open up with Flutterwing, because if it's Grimmsnarl, then we have like a more decent chance. And then Ogerpon for the third, and Chien-Pao for the last bit. I think that's how we'll do it, this team. I feel like our team is doing fairly well. And now that I've got a few days off, I'm able to make some major changes to the team a little bit more consistently and be able to calc things more fluently, if that makes sense. Because I don't want to like say that I'm not doing these things, but I'm not able to dedicate so much time to that. Heatran and Landorus for their open. All right. Intimidate goes off, which is totally fine. Tailwind to swap to Ogerpod. Let's see what happens. Probably Rock Slide's gonna come out, maybe. Tailwind goes up. Hopefully it's not the double. Here comes the Rock Slide. Tornadus avoids it. Ogerpon does not. Doesn't take as much damage, so it's not as offensive. Here comes the Flash Cannon. Does not do very much damage to Ogerpon. Does not. We're going to do Rain Dance now to lower the damage even further. Stomping Tantrum would do really, really well against the Heatran, but he's probably going to Terra now. Spiky Shield's probably going to be the thing that I do now. Rain Dance. I don't believe I brought her a Shifu. Here comes the Rock Slide. Misses Ogerpon. Will it hit the Tornadus? The Heat Wave goes off and it's not going to do as much damage as it is raining. So there's that. I did not bring Urshifu. Urshifu would take out this Heatran like nothing. We'll do Bleak Wind Storm. And then we'll go with the Stomping Tantrum. Now we're going to be really on the offense. Heatran's going to protect. Really cool with that. Maybe I should have went after the Landorus instead, but I didn't. So it is what it is. I'm going to take a lot of damage here. We're going to drop the Landorus speed though. That's dope. So here comes that Rock Slide, and it's going to knock out both. I wonder if he's Scarfed. He's not doing anything else, but he's not outspeeding me. But I do have Tailwind. So I'm not sure what this Landorus is doing. It's very interesting, to say the least. Okay, we're just going to Moonblast into the Landorus slot. Actually, there are fires so that we don't get hit automatically with Flash Cannon. Flash Cannon's a one-hit KO unless we Terra Fire here, so we're going to try to rescue Fluttermane. Wizard Landorus, which is totally fine. Goodra, former Alpha. Let's go. So now we're Terra Fire. So now Body Press is going to do a lot of damage for both Pokemon here. Moonblast, Pop. Still not bad. Lowered sound at special attack, which is dope. Sacred Sword right into the Heatran. It is going to get the one-hit KO. Tailwind's now gone. So now we'll see if the Urshifu comes out next. Gotcha. Aqua Jet is what I'm going to have to worry about here. Yeah, Sacred Sword. Sacred Sword. It's going to Terra. Most likely going to be the Goodra. It's not. It's Urshifu. Okay. Change it to water. All right. Aqua Jet. Gonna hurt the Flutter Mane. Does not survive, unfortunately. Pop. Goodra goes down. Ooh. Badly hurt from the Rocky Helmet. I'm also badly hurt due to the Life Orb. Out comes Landorus. Sucker Punch the Urshifu. I can't knock him out, but why not? Bop. It's really close. Surgeon Strikes is gonna... Oh, close combat. Doesn't matter. I mean, it honestly didn't matter what he used anyway. I was not gonna survive. He barely lives at Surgeon Strikes in the beginning when he just doesn't take any damage, and he's already half his health. I was like, it's whatever. Good match. I should have taken down Landorus far sooner. I think that would have been like the deciding factor there, but I didn't. And I knew that Aqua Jet was coming out, and there was no way for me to save Flutter Mane. So I think changing Flutter Mane from spec to something else is probably preferred. I'll think about it a little bit more later on and see what changes I can make for the team. It's going to be very interesting for sure. So we got Roaring Moon, Weezing, Fire Ogerpon, Rillaboom, Flutter Mane, and Urshifu. Okay. So the first thing I have to take down is that that's Weezing. It is such a problem for me. The only one I do have to worry about maybe giving us a little bit of trouble is Roaring Moon if he has the Tailwind. But he has a Fake Out user, a really fast Pokemon, and Urshifu. So I'm led to believe that I should bring in Tornadus immediately. But he has been kind of slowing us down with dealing with the Weezing. I don't have a lot of offensive damage for that Pokemon specifically. That doesn't mean that I can't deal with him though. So let's bring in Tornadus and Golden Go to start. We'll bring in Urshifu and Chien Pao. We'll keep Flutter Mane in the back. And we'll also keep Ogerpon in the back. Those two Pokemon I do not think is going to have like a good matchup for everything on that side of the team. Like it does well against Rillaboom, but it will fail against Urshifu, especially if it's Rapid Strike. If it's Single Strike, it does handle a couple of hits. But we do need to keep, an eye on what Pokemon does well. Shiny. Marked. Okay. That's interesting. Booster energy on the Roaring Moon. Speed was heightened, so it's probably going to be a really, really fast type. But I do not have my ability, so that's something to take note. Prankster doesn't help me here. So we need to do Tailwind, and I'm just going to go straight for Nasty Plot. Tailwind goes off, he's faster. Totally fine with that. Ooh, good call. Excellent call. I like how that goes. Can't use Taunt. It's fine. I'll Nasty Plot it up. Immediately switch over to Chien Pao. And I'll go ahead and just make it rain on both of those Pokemon. Weezing can't do anything to me. I ignore Taunt because Zip Good is Gold, and I ignore Poison because I'm Steel. So now with Chien Pao out, I do not get access to Sword of Ruin, but I'm also not... Oh, right, knockoff. That's correct. Sludge Bomb! Bop. Ooh, Poison Chien Pao right off the bat too. Ouch. I forgot knockoff hurts quite a bit with Golden Go. Especially when he was holding an item. I forgot. Okay, Citrus Berry activates on the Weezing. Poison activates on the Chien Pao, which is unfortunate. Now, if I was them, the thing that I would go to next is to maybe not attack for the Weezing, but maybe do something for Roaring Moon. So I'm going to go there, and I'm going to protect on the Golden Go. Because if I was on their shoulders, I would assume that I would probably focus on the wheezing to get him off the field. But I'm going to protect, and then I'm going to decide what I'm going to do for the Roaring Moon. And that's where it kind of gets complicated. It's like I could do this or I could double. The double is probably the best. But there's the protect on the wheezing as predicted. What did Roaring Moon do? That's going to be the key thing here. Roaring Moon went for the attack. Double protect would have been better, or the switch in completely would have been like the optimized move. Really optimized, because now you have to attack on the wheezing and hope that I do not get the KO. Because he can't go into the Golden Go. Scholar. Fluttermane. Okay. You're going to give me another target to hit. I want that. And I'm going to swap to Tornadus to get Golden Go out of there. You're going to Terra. It's going to go to the Wheezing because he can't do it to the Fluttermane. Oh, no, he could. Duh. Never mind. Terra Fairy. I was like, no, he can't. Totally can't. Because there'd be no way that he could. It's like, wait, no, I knocked out Roaring Moon last one. So, yeah. Sucker Punch hits the Wheezing. It goes down. Abilities now get activated. Which Chien-Pao is going to go down here, which is unfortunate. But Chien-Pao was on a really strict timer to begin with, so I'm not upset at that at all. But their Tailwind's gone. Urshifu gets to come out and is completely going to decimate this Fluttermane. And they sent out their own Urshifu, which is Rapid Strike. Terra, right into that Fluttermane. Tailwind, so that I'm faster than their side. Roaring Moon's gone, and so is their neutralizing gas. So this is the last two of their Pokemon. Even with Aqua Jet, you're not taking down Urshifu, which is definitely going to take down this this Fluttermane. You already used the booster energy, so I know you don't have that. You could have Scarf, but I'm going to use Tailwind to outspeed it. And there's a good chance that you're not really going to be able to take me out. So I'm just going to accept this fact that Fluttermane's going to go down, and you have a choice to make with your Urshifu. Detect. Okay. Tailwind goes off. Detect doesn't stop Urshifu, by the way. But when I asked why people pick Detect over Protect, and it's just so that if people use Imprison, Protect is normally used by a lot of Pokemon, which stops them from using it, and Detect doesn't go for that. So that's interesting to know. It was 100% like I had no idea that was the case. So I appreciate knowing that. I'm going to Swords Dance and Rain Dance. I'm going to make my Urshifu so strong that I'm going to knock this thing out. Okay, never mind. Battle's canceled. What looked like a losing battle has turned into a W. I love the fact that you opened up with Wheezing in Roaring Moon, because it made me like had to play around that a lot. I think switching out the Roaring Moon would have made it so that you would have been able to survive like I did with like Golden Go. But me barely surviving with Golden Go was With such luck. Oh boy. It was a good match. They could have definitely won if they would have swapped out the Roaring Moon. But because they didn't and I was able to knock it out, but Chien-Pao did set me up for a better pace for sure. Absolutely. Okay, we got Dragonite, Urshifu, Chien-Pao, Heatran, Tornadus, and Fluttermane. Interesting. We're going to walk in with these 4. Mostly special attackers, which if I had Chi-Yu would be great, but I don't have Chi-Yu. He is currently in the process of being EV trained, so hopefully he'll be around for next season. But I'm definitely understanding why people do not only mixed attackers like Chien-Pao and like Chi-Yu and stuff like that, but having more people with like synergistic properties like Chien-Pao and Urshifu coming out a little bit further or coming out more. So it was a very, very illuminating thing, but we'll go on with this team and see what we can do against them. I believe I have Ogerpon too. Yes. Tornadus, Fluttermane, Goldengo, Ogerpon. I think that's what I selected. I may have forgotten already. Those glasses, bro. Dragonite, Chien-Pao, Tornadus, and Fluttermane. So we automatically ignore anything that Dragonite could do. And let's go ahead and Terra Ghost, Tailwind, and then set up for the Dazzling Gleam, so now we don't have to worry about extreme speed, because Terra Normal extreme speed into Tornadus is going to do a lot of damage, and if they're banded, they're locked into that slot. But I also save Tornadus from being knocked out by Icicle Crash. I could have also swapped out into Goldengo there, but I like having Tailwind, so it is what it is. Terra, and it's gonna go over to the Dragonite. Are you Terra Normal? Ouchies. Can't say I didn't warn you, but I completely guessed it. Extreme speed doesn't affect Tornadus at all. I'm gonna activate Tailwind, so now I outspeed the Chien-Pao, which is definitely going to get hit in the face with the Dazzling Gleam. Barely saves from Sash. And Crunch hits the Fluttermane. That's a good call. That's an excellent call. If I was a little bit weaker, that would have definitely knocked me out. But it's not. So there's that. You're obviously going to Sucker Punch, but I'm going to Rain Dance, and I'm going to swap to Ogerpon. Probably switching out to, like, Goldengo would have been better. Well, Breaker comes in. But I also figured the Dragonite would be leaving too. Bring out Fluttermane. Booster Energy activates. And speed was heightened. Okay. No Sucker Punch. No, you did use Sucker Punch. Okay. But it failed. It absolutely failed. We're going to taunt. So we don't get hit with the Sucker Punch now. And I'm going to Ivy Cudgel into the Chien-Pao. Taunt the Fluttermane. So now it can't do anything in particular. Ivy Cudgel goes into the Chien-Pao. So no Sucker Punches. You were trying to do something else and it will fail. And I don't know what the Fluttermane's going to do. Shadow Ball. Which definitely will hit Tornadus a lot. Yeah. Yeah, we foresaw that. Absolutely foresaw that. Go on, bring out Fluttermane. We bring out Dragonite. Dazzling Gleam. And Ivy Cudgel on the Fluttermane. Comes the Extreme Speed. It's going to hit the Ogerpon. It's not enough to get the KO. Nice try, though. Here comes the Dazzling Gleam. Bop. Does not get the KO on the Dragonite, but I will knock out this Fluttermane before it can attack. I will not? Bro, Chacho, how bulky is this Fluttermane? It withstood 2 attacks. For the speed enhance. Okay, Tailwind's gone, which is totally fine. Golden Go, make it rain. And I'm gonna Spiky Shield. And you're locked in to Extreme Speed. Yep. And yeah, Fluttermane is faster. Dragonite was hurt. Dragonite faints. But is Shadow Ball gonna be worse? Golden Go survive? It does. Neat. Down goes Fluttermane. So having 2 or 3 ghost types deals with the Chi and Pow Dragonite strategy pretty consistently. Or just having people to swap into. I know I could save like Ogerpon from getting hit in the face quite a bit if I just swapped into someone else. Oh, Heatran, and you are stuck, my man, as a fire type. Fire steel type specifically. And this is gonna hurt. Protect on the Golden Go. Protecting on the Heatran as well. So Stomping Tantrum does not get an attack boost, which I thought did once, because it technically failed, but it's only when it's considered misses. And it stopped. Okay, Shadow Ball and Stomping Tantrum. Bop. Oof. Down goes Heatran. Oof. Oof. Still a good match. There was a couple of times where I could have swapped out decently better for like negating damages to like Pokemon that I didn't need to take damage. Like, again, switching Ogerpon out for Golden Go would have been better. Absolutely. Thought I could have negated that damage and would have made it easier for Golden Go to come in later on, or maybe Ogerpon to come in a little bit later. I maybe would have been able to save Tornadus too, but it is what it is. But it's something that I need to consider for the next time. Absolutely. Good match though. It was a really good one. Okay, we've got Heatran, Fluttermane, Dragapult, Cresselia, Torkoal, and Landorus. Interesting. So Dragapult is a Pokemon I'm going to have to worry about for at least a little bit. His Phantom Force, I think, is a priority move that's physical. I think he also disappears, ignores Protect. This could be very, very interesting. But he is the fastest Pokemon on that side of the field, so I do have to keep that in mind as well. Trick Room is not the name of the game. Tornadus, Golden Go, Ogerpon, Urshifu. No. Chien-Pao. I become very effective against like Torkoal, but I don't think Torkoal's gonna make an appearance. It could for Fluttermane's sake, but I don't think that's gonna be like the name of the game, so to speak. So I think the best possible outcome that I have is this way. Cresselia, Landorus. So Tornadus and Golden Go, which is totally fine. Intimidate goes off. Tornadus drops an attack, and so does Golden Go, but that's not their main stat, so who cares? Let's go Tailwind. And Nasty Plot. I think that's going to be the game. Tailwind to outspeed, because I don't think Trick Room is going to be used. I mean, it could, right? It could have a pseudo Trick Room mechanic, but there are so many Pokemon that are fast on that team that it wouldn't make a difference to do it. Withdrew Landorus, so no Rock Slides. It's going to send out the Torkoal. So we kind of foresaw that happening. Tailwind goes up. Nasty Plot. Are you using Trick Room? You are using Trick Room. Okay. All right. Rain Dance. Terra. Make it rain. With one Nasty Plot, I should be able to put a lot of pressure. But again, like, I think it's a terrible idea for them to use Trick Room. I don't think it's, like, with their team setup, I don't think it's going to work. I mean, obviously, I have to assume that Cresselia has Trick Room, right? That's not a bad assumption to have, but I don't think it, with their current markup, it's going to be useful. Because now I do this, and I'm like, okay, now what? Yeah, you use Heat Wave. Tornadus avoids it. Golden Go takes hardly any damage. That's a crit, too, by the way. You use Skill Swap. So you give me Levitate, and you keep Prankster, which is dope. You can do that if you want. But I'm going to make it rain, and you go down. Oh, you don't? Interesting. Usually Cresselia falls to a Make It Rain. That's good to know. It's absolutely good to know. Problem is, I'm just gonna go on the offensive now, and I'm gonna hit Torkoal with a +1. Oh well, no, I won't. But I'm going to hit the next Pokemon that comes in. Oh, that's the Heatran? Oof. Oof. Shiny too. That's dope. Moonblast. Into the Golden Goat. That is damaging. Oh, you drop. Oh, that's neutral. It's a normal attack now. Not so effective on the Heatran. That was a little bit of damage to the Cresselia. Absolutely. Okay. Tailwind has one more turn. We'll do Bleak Wind and Protect. I was like, why is my Pokemon going last? Like, well, Trick Room's active still. That's why. I forgot a little bit. Lunar Blasting heals the Pokemon up for a little bit, about 25%. So it is going to keep them healthy. Earth Power does hit the protected Golden Go. And here comes the Bleak Wind Storm, which is 100%. Brings Cresselia back down to that. But now, here comes the game changer. Tailwind's gone. And when Tailwind's gone, I now outspeed Cresselia. Switch over to Ogerpon. And how long does Trick Room have? One more turn. Let's go ahead and make it rain. Tailwind's gone, so now Tornadus doesn't need to be on the field. I'll use him a little bit later, but now we'll summon up Ogerpon. Moonblast. Not very strong. With power. Still not strong enough. Golden Go holding out strong. Here comes the Make It Rain. Doesn't get the KO on the Heatran, but it will on the Cresselia. which I should now have Prankster back on Tornadus. Now we get to have a little bit more of a fun fight. We've outlived Trick Room, which is great. Finally, we can actually do something that is feasible. But again, it was really, really interesting that they did Trick Room. I still don't understand why, but they did it. Intimidate comes out from the Landorus. So -1s on the Ogerpon. I'm going to hit the Heatran. Actually, I probably shouldn't because he's probably going to protect here. So maybe hitting the Landorus first? Maybe? Who's in the back? Chien-Pao? Chien-Pao's not the greatest one to bring out. Oh, we'll protect on the Golden Go. Because I'm assuming that Heatran's going to protect here. And it does. Okay. So we guessed that one right. Landorus does Earthquake. There's nothing to Heatran or my Golden Go. And it will hit Ogerpon. It's not super effective, but here comes the Ivy Cudgel. Oh, it's still raining. That's right. Rain stopped. Yes. Let's go. Let's absolutely go. And Pokemon are healing up due to leftovers quite nicely. Stomping Tantrum on the Ogerpon. Switch to the Tornadus. Get Golden Go out of there. So now Earthquake isn't going to do a lot of damage to me. But if it's Rock Slide... Fly? Bro, what? That is amazing. Let's go. Someone using Fly? That's so awesome. I mean, it does prevent damage to them, which is great. 100%. I like that strat. Sign me up. Let's go. But you also know what else is bad? I know where it's going to come out to or where it's going to hit. So, yeah, it's going to be dope. Okay. They're going to Terra. It is going to go to... Is it to the Torkoal? It is to the Torkoal. Okay. Terra Flying. Okay. Okay. You ignore Stomping Tantrums. That's dope. But I'm going to go Spiky Shield because I'm assuming Fly's going to come down on my face. And Rain Dance. Because I get Prankster back. Let's go. Landorus uses Fly. And it hits the Ogerpon. Saw that one coming, and Landorus is hurt because he went into it. And Heat Wave goes into the Protect, and it's not going to do a ton of damage to the Tornadus because it is raining outside. It's just a little wet. So then we're going to go ahead and hit Woodhammer on Landorus, and let's go ahead and Tailwind so I'm a little bit faster. Yeah, let's do that. I like being fast. Woodhammer on the Landorus. Bah! Does do a little bit of recoil damage, but it did take him down quite a bit. Landorus does Earthquake. Does not affect Torkoal. Does not affect Tornadus, but it does hit my poor Ogerpon, which will go down. Which is unfortunate. A Will-O-Wisp. It hits Tornadus. What is that gonna do? Oh, this is great. I love this. I absolutely love this. Oh, what should we do here? It would be interesting to walk in with like Chien-Pao now. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I don't know what the Landorus is gonna do, but I'm gonna walk in with Chien-Pao, and I'm going to protect, and I'm just gonna do Bleak Wind Storm because that's gonna hit. Landorus is gonna go down, or I hit the Torkoal, which Eruption doesn't do anything, but neither does Heat Wave, so it's really, really cool and super interesting. Protect there. And I outspeed Liquid Storm 100%, hits both. Landorus goes down. Torkoal's hanging out. He's strong. Drop his speed a little bit more. And Will-O-Wisp goes into the Protect. Stops the Sucker Punch. I just want to highlight that. If I would have went Sucker Punch there, it would have missed, and then Chien-Pao would have been burnt. But now I can just do the Ice Spinner and the Bleak Wind Storm, because I'm good. Yeah, he can Protect here. I'm not gonna get through his Protect. Urshifu's not on the squad. At least not in this fight. But yeah. Yep. Okay. And there we go. And that's game. Man, Trick Room, man. Trick Room. Absolutely. Oh, man. I do like it, the subtle change into Trick Room, but I think that it hurt their strategy way too much. You kind of want to have all of your Pokemon be slow and bringing in like a Pokemon like Torkoal. And I love Torkoal, don't get me wrong. But in Weather War, no, Torkoal can't really do a whole lot when it's other weather besides sun. And the immediate thing that they should have done is brought back Torkoal, brought out someone else like Heatran, and then swapped in the opposite Pokemon like Cresselia. Instead of keeping it in, like, okay, I can use your Prankster ability with like the Lunar Blessing and stuff like that. Should have swapped out Cresselia, brought back out Torkoal to bring back the sun, and then have full reign of Heatran. You would have done so much more. And I guess you might have decided not to do that because I have Ogerpon in the back. And maybe because of the fact that I have, you know, Golden Go, but he was Terra Dragon. Like, I wasn't doing a whole lot of damage with like my Steel type moves, forcing me to rely on my Shadow Balls. So, I mean, like, dang. Like, dang. There was options for sure that they could have come back from that battle. But I really think I played really, really well. I think I did. That was so dope. Like, I'm kind of shaking. Like, that match was so good. Like, my adrenaline is pumping and I'm just like, can I win this? Is there a way that I can lose this? And I created a way that I can win. Love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's go. Let's go. I know you guys haven't seen this screen in a while, and it's something that I've been kind of debating on whether I should show you or not. But I figured since we are now 80 battles in, we are 40 wins, 40 losses, we're 50%. I figured I would show you what our current ranking is for this point in time. We're currently 13,083, and while I'm very surprised that we made it this far, there were some times where I was like, why are we jumping up like 300 to 400 points? And now we're climbing back down to where I feel like we should be. So this is a very special occasion. Obviously, Thanksgiving was yesterday, and I didn't really thank you guys for everything, and I'm very thankful for everything that's popped up, especially with the growth of the channel and everything. But I wanted to make that known here. Even though that yesterday wasn't celebrated by all, I am very grateful and thankful for everything that you guys have done up to this point. I wasn't able to make it apparent in the last video. I had to record that the day before so that I can focus on festivities with the family, and I was given that. And I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for everything that we've done up to this point. Again, we are 80 battles into this thing. We've got only 4 more days to go to be like 100, and I'm very excited and I'm very grateful for being able to do this. While it's not my job yet, I would love it to be. I'm very grateful to be able to do this and compete in the championship circuit. So thank you, everyone. And that's going to be the end of tonight's video. I know that's really, really late, but I at least wanted to come in, say my thanks, have a great weekend. You'll have a video tomorrow. Please do not forget to do the YouTubey things by liking the video. You can dislike it if you want to. Leave a comment down below. I do reply to any and all comments you guys leave behind. And I would greatly appreciate it more if you guys hit the subscribe button. It is free and it helps the channel grow and it helps the videos be viewed a little bit more. And if you guys want to be notified when I upload next, hit the notification bell on the right. Select that to all and you'll be notified. That's it. That's all that I've got. Thanks again. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh boy, this is great. I'm on cloud 9. I'll leave you guys alone. I'm sorry. Peace. See you later.